Oh, internet.com. It is your boy, some guy you don't know. I just want to preface this re-upload with I'll show some proof, I guess. That's what I should start with. So I posted this back in August 27th, but I privated it because when I posted it, I'm a tiny channel, and then I got 20 views within the first hour, and then the comments aren't there anymore, so I don't know where they went. But I was starting to get some hate comments because this was like when Mr. Beast was at peak hate. So everybody, like, you know what I mean? So the stormtroopers were going around. Okay? So I just want to say that. I'm re-uploading this now because now finally I think the dogpack allegations are starting to lose a lot of steam, and I just wanted to say like a lot of the critiques I make in this video of him were more or less on the money, and I think that my take for the entire Mr. Beast situation is more correct than most of the people that have been talking about it, and I just wanted to espouse that. And essentially, the reason why I was private is because I'm a big pussy. That's what I want to say. Disclaimer: I'm a big pussy. Now the grain is settled, and I feel a lot more confident putting this on the internet, and I'm a lot more confident as a content creator now and a person in general. So if I get some haters or whatever, I'm not gonna have any problems deleting comments because I don't care. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with any of that, or like filtering whatever. If people want to be like mean to me, I don't know, whatever. But I just feel like I want to throw my voice out there and give my whole opinion on the Mr. Beast beef. So whatever. I feel like, yeah, that's it. So this is the re-upload. It's not very good. Like, it's not like good content, like, unless you're a fan of me, but nobody's a fan of me, so why would you watch the whole thing? But if you do, thanks, subscribe, I guess. And here we go. Just me ranting from months ago about Mr. Beast and how and it's not defending Mr. Beast, it's me criticizing Dogpack because I feel like that's the real issue here. I think he made a lot of mistakes. I think Dogpack was the wrong person to expose Mr. Beast if Mr. Beast deserved to be exposed. And there we go. Okay, goodbye. If nobody watches this, I don't care. I just wanted to re-upload it again because I feel like it was pretty on the money. So goodbye. Bye 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 bye. See you later. Have fun watching me trip over my anxiety over and over and over and over and over again, but still make some pretty good points. So see you later. Yo, what up, YouTube.com? It's your boy, John McGarrett, and I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I wanted to I didn't really know what to make the channel about, but I think just this channel is just going to be me giving my thoughts about random stuff. So it's just going to be a basic commentary channel. Yeah, so today I want to talk about all the Mr. Beast shit that's been going on, and this, I think I like, everybody has been kind of like dogpiling him and stuff, and I just wanted to kind of be, I doubt this video will make any viewership or anything like that, but I just wanted to like give my opinion and like my takes on the entire Mr. Beast allegation. And the general premise I want to bring forward is that I feel like a lot of the allegations, the exposés, etc., are just like dumb. By dumb, I mean like clout. To me, it comes off a lot of very much so clout farming, and just like career, like they're doing it for views. I don't know, like it sounds super cliche to say that, but like it's very hard for me not to, because of a lot of reasons that I'll get into. So I just want to, say that that's the start of my premise is okay. Oh, and my official position on the entire Mr. Beast allegations. I feel Mr. Beast made mistakes, is a stupid business owner, maybe inexperienced business owner, but he's an experienced YouTuber trying to cross over in other fields to scale up, and he's running into a lot of problems and made a lot of mistakes because of inexperience, not malice. But everybody is trying to attribute everything he does to malice. That's why I wanted to kind of like just give this, because I would just want to, because I want to. Okay, so yeah, I think he's dumb, or he made mistakes. Not even necessarily that he's dumb. He's just inexperienced in a lot of fields and stuff like that. And maybe I'll be able to like commentate and go into why. Yeah, so I'm going to hop right in now. 2-minute intro, whatever. There's my position. And then now context. So from what I know, I got to change my background here to removal. There's my ChatGPT. But anyway, so there's this guy here. I just kind of have a little bit of a storyboard. This is unscripted, just raw, like whatever, just running it down. So there's this guy, Dogpack 404. Everybody knows. We all know the lore. He made a channel. He made 2 videos that... he's a fraud, which sure, fair enough, whatever. or what? Okay, I'm not even gonna. That's not the comment I want to make there. He worked for Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a fraud. Sorry, my music cut out. I don't know why. Anyway, Mr. Beast is a fraud. That's his first video he made. And then the second video is I work for Mr. Beast. He's a sociopath. We have 14 million views here and 11 million views here. These are very recent. I didn't make any content because I was kind of honestly scared to say anything because I have a... I respect Mr. Beast a lot. And I think that these are kind of stupid videos. I'm saying they're stupid videos, but I'm not saying necessarily what everything in the videos are stupid. But I started to watch this one, and it just progressively made me more and more mad. So that I ended up turning it off around, like... I think I got through almost the whole video, but I didn't finish the video. I remember seeing the illegal lotteries. I remember seeing the Feastables gambling and stuff like that. But maybe I could quickly find some of the parts where I didn't really jive with this too much.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
So, okay, yeah. So first thoughts about this video is that, like, if you're... I feel like it's bad faith. I feel like this dog... No offense, I guess. Whatever. Okay. This is why I was scared to, like, make commentary and voice my opinion about this, is that, like, I feel like this is kind of coming out in bad faith. The description here is this video is not monetized. This video is not about Chris Tyson. This video is for educational purposes only. This video features materials protected by fair use guidelines. Sure, yeah, that's all fine. All rights reserved to copyright owners. More to come. And it's not monetized. This video may not be monetized, but, like, you just so happened to got 591,000 subscribers off of this. And dogpack, from what I remember from his history, is that he was an employee for, and I'm not trying to, okay, wait, I'm just going to say what I'm going to say. Dogpack, from what I understand, is a ex-employee. He worked there for like a month, maybe 2 months or 3 months. I'm not sure, whatever. There was like a Twitter spat about it where him and an employee of Twitter decided to rebuttal some of the stuff that Dogpack talked about, which I could cover a little bit too, but I don't know. Where this video is just going to go wherever I feel, whatever. But anyway, so he got into a spat on Twitter with the Dogpack guy. Twitter, Dogpack and Mr. Beast employee. Maybe I can just find it really quickly. Slave labor for his chocolate plan? Whatever. I'm not going to dig that through. There's not a lot of value. But anyway, so to paraphrase it, maybe I get some stuff wrong. The guy rebuttals some of the stuff, claiming some of the stuff like that Dogpack said is stupid, and that Dogpack got fired for whatever. And then Dogpack replies like, "Nice character assassination. Why don't you respond to my my actual claims, like the illegal lotteries and stuff like that?" So whatever. That happened. But he's saying here, I don't know why I saw it all that. My mind just drew a blank. Anyway, so maybe this is a crappy video. Well, whatever. He's saying here, this video is not monetized. This video is not about Chris Tyson. This video might not be monetized, but oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So how this guy comes off to me the first time I saw this is that he had a job for Mr. Beast, lost his job, and now he is starting another career as a YouTuber himself by farming the drama here, as well as like bringing up. I'm not saying that he doesn't believe in this issue. It feels like Mr. Beast needs to be exposed or something like that, but it is very convenient that he is also now a YouTuber. I think with 591,000 subscribers, you can monetize and probably make a pretty decent living. I'm not 100% sure, but like most CR or whatever it's called, you make like $10 or $3 to $10 per 1,000 views. And if he's pulling 14 million views, what is this? 14 million. This might be a nothing burger, but I'm just doing it for the sake of it. Like this, no way that's worth $42,000. But yeah, okay, $1 million is like $2,000. You take that times 14. Yeah, you know what I mean. You do a couple of those a year, you get like a, whatever. That's. I'm getting way too out of the scope of this video. So he starts off this video, and it's very like dramatized. I feel.
If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be.
So like my first take when I saw this is like, why did you dramatize this and make like a big old like content cop iDubbbz type moment? Like I understand making art and stuff like that, but like, did you report this to the FTC? Did you report this to like any proper authorities, channels like that? In addition to this, this would also help your seriousness instead of just like taking him to public court. You know what I mean? Like if you made official complaints to the FTC or whatever about these illegal lotteries and stuff like that, or like nefarious activities, I feel like you would be like, I'm speaking to this guy's character, so maybe he'll cry about a character assassination if he hears about this, or other people that watch this or whatever. But like, why did you make a YouTube video about it? It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter that it's like not monetized, because your channel will be monetized now that you have the watch time and you have the subs. You know what I mean? Like, you have monetization, so now you have a career. Okay, so I just wanted to say that.
Most powerful man on earth.
We're not
I gotta pause my music for this.
promoting gambling. I think people are going to see this negative.
Super hype. Like, hates Mr. Beast, but he uses all the same Mr. Beast tactics that like the same tactics that Mr. Beast would use to make a compelling video.
Millions of dollars on YouTube videos as a gambler. Who would have thought?
Building hype.
For money.
To the point where he's gambling people's
You
lives.
don't have to pay anything to enter legitimate.
Like a lot of like very much so like a I feel like maybe I spent too much time on this already, but this is very like documentary type poisoning the well type hype building. I don't know, like this just, it doesn't feel right.
This is legal. I don't get it. It's a scam.
Selling fake signatures, etc., etc.
Ponzi schemes are great up until they just go bust.
He's got the big schizo board, trashing a beach, crypto scams, Mr. Beast philanthropy, selling fake legal lotteries, fake videos, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's got this whole list of sins that Mr. Beast has committed. And the main issue I have with this, well, who cares about that? Like, he's obviously, whatever. That doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. I'm not going to make fun of him for that. That's kind of like a rage bait type thing, I think, I feel like. So he's talking about whatever, Chris, whatever.
The average demographic.
And he talks about the average demographic of his viewers, and he knows that all this is bullshit. He thinks that all of his fans are like 6 years old.
Graphic is what, 30?
Because all the and authority.
So then he creates this theory that the Mr. Beast formula. So I don't know exactly. What I tried to do here was to get a transcript. Oh, this one does have a transcript. The second one does, and it's in Russian. It's really annoying. Well, whatever. ChatGPT doesn't care. ChatGPT can translate this, so whatever. Maybe I could just... I wish I had known that, because I would have just grabbed this and then attempted to add this to my ChatGPT conversation, because like I did not want to... Don't judge me. Thanks for understanding. What? Can you translate to English and summarize? Because I wanted the transcripts from this guy's original video, because I wanted to not have to watch the whole video to like, because I don't want to sit here through a lot of this, because
Mr. Beast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards to his.
he's attributing like a character to it without knowing if that's Mr. Beast's intent, because he's not Mr. Beast. I don't know, like he doesn't like come out and lead off saying here, like he makes these accusations about Mr. Beast's character, but doesn't like provide like. So in the story, he doesn't say, I talked to Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast told me this is his formula, so therefore this is super shitty of him to do. But he builds like he builds an argument, he builds a narrative or whatever about Mr. Beast, and like attributes it all to malice instead of like I feel like he attributes everything that Mr. Beast does to malice instead of trying to like look at everything with an objective without giving him a reasonable doubt on some stuff or whatever. He just like, you could see from the also from the thumbnails, you know what I mean? Like you're starting, the title is I work for Mr. Beast, he's a fraud. Sure. Picture, fraud. You know what I mean? Second video, evil. Not just like whatever. I work for Mr. Beast, he's a sociopath. Evil. So you're like, you're I think, what is it? Some dude, Destiny, I think. Yeah, I think it's Destiny. He says he's like intuition pumping. He's putting an image of Mr. Beast in the viewer's mind already. Like with the thumbnail, with the title. Which, yeah. Like the first one I saw when you're like, he's a fraud. Okay, you know what I mean? That's not that bad to call somebody a fraud. Like if you think somebody is a fraud, that's that's an opinion, and you could give a lot of reasons to substantiate that. You could feel someone's a fraud and them actually not be a fraud, but you could say like they're skirting the lines of like moral or immoral. It's a morality judgment instead of like a I mean, these are both morality judgments. I'm sorry, I'm just like I'm twisted up. Anyway, what I'm saying here though is that he's already like preloaded into your head that Mr. Beast is evil, Mr. Beast is a fraud, he is a bad person, he's immoral, he's a horrible person, and then he starts off building his argumentation from a premise already like preloaded into you. He's activated like certain signals in your head to then just like build upon a narrative.
Using 3 simple
Because he uses these 3 simple steps to like exploit children.
steps, which closely align with the 3 major types of behavioral learning.
So that because there is a observed psychological behavioral trait that is known by science, Mr. Beast, in knowing this, is doing it on purpose. So therefore, he's doing it on purpose, which means what he's doing is wrong because it's on purpose.
Step 1.
Without the consent, he's mind controlling all these little kids. Which yes, there's an argument to be made here, but I mean,
is getting the viewer to associate the brand with.
Which he starts off like that is like a heavy accusation, but then it like starts, to me personally, it feels like it starts to fall apart pretty quickly.
Trust and authority. Mr. Beast videos are real, and he's a great guy that gives away big rewards.
Right, that is Mr. Beast's brand image, and he spent many years trying to build that image. So then, like, his argument, like, he's, again, like, in the way he's talking, he's loading what he's saying, like, he's being sarcastic, he's trying to inform the viewer that Mr. Beast is full of shit. But, like, nothing has been provided to substantiate that yet.
To his loyal followers. I will
To his loyal followers?
show you irrefutable evidence in a minute that his videos are, in fact, fake.
Okay.
Step 2 is showing the viewers that when people interact with Mr. Beast,
I feel like when you're making an accusation, you should immediately provide the evidence or whatever. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of build up. Like, there's another content creator, Tom, Dark Turkey Tom, whatever. I watched his coverage of this a little bit. He talks about how it was super boring. Like, it was hard to watch, hard to build up to, whatever.
in a way that benefits Mr. Beast.
Like, this is a 54-minute video. I have, like, other videos and stuff like that. And, like, the feedback I get from people all the time is that I need to get to the point. But this video, I would like to pass that advice along to this types of video, too. But, like, whatever. Teach, I don't care. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Tells them to do, they win big rewards.
So if he does what he tells them to do, they win big rewards. And, like, he's saying it in a way which suggests that Mr. Beast doesn't do that. Which isn't true. Mr. Beast has given away big rewards to people and stuff like that. He has. Or else, if he had not been giving away big rewards, there is no way on planet Earth that he would have gotten to 310 million subscribers. There's a 0% chance that if he had scammed any of his fans to the way that this guy is suggesting, by misleading them that it's an impossible chance for them to win a prize, he would not be number 1.
Is he subscribed?
Nobody would, there was 0% chance that, like, the entire world, the biggest media sharing platform, nobody would have noticed the number 1 channel in the world was faking all of this. There's a 0% chance.
You are subscribed. Here's some money. Have a good day.
Some of them feel like I just walk around with $1,000. It's like, oh, thanks for watching my videos.
Hit that subscribe button because
And I don't necessarily, like, I want to talk about, like, the allegations and stuff, and I wanted to make this summarized and stuff, and it's just turning into a reaction to the main video and stuff like that, and this may, like, get really long and stuff. I don't know. I didn't really have, I kind of had a direction when I turned on the camera, but I don't know. I didn't want to do this, but I feel like I have to kind of establish why I don't like this video particularly, and then move on to the allegations and speak specifically to those.
you might bump into me in real life and it might make you a lot of money.
When people are devout followers of Mr. Beast, they get rewarded.
Again, like, so devout followers, it's not about devoutness. Like, if you follow Mr. Beast, like, he very plainly, go look at Mr. Beast's content. You don't need to, like, join a club to have a chance to win merchandise from Mr. Beast. It's part of his brand that if you would just run into Mr. Beast somehow in the world or whatever, you're going to get paid. And he shows that many times.
And step 3 is finally calling on the viewer to
Call on the viewer to help Mr. Beast and promise rewards in return. Okay.
Act in some way that benefits the brand. Promising big rewards in return.
No, that's not what he does. He says, okay, we'll just...
Now it's your turn to do what Mr. Beast tells you, and you will win big rewards. But you actually won't unless you're famous or friends or family of a Mr. Beast employee.
Yeah.
So young
I'm trying to hold my tongue.
impressionable viewers are made to believe that Mr. Beast is a trusted authority who can give them big rewards. These young viewers are explicitly shown that dedicated followers or random subscribers like themselves are winning big rewards when they do what Mr. Beast tells them. These young viewers are explicitly told repeatedly that if they subscribe, if they buy products or act in some way that benefits the brand, they will win big rewards.
Okay, so they will win. He's claiming that Mr. Beast is saying to the young viewers, they will win if they subscribe. Okay? So it's like a kernel of truth, an acorn of truth or whatever, and then he like extrapolates this entire like doomsday, like supervillain image. Like he takes something that's kind of true, like for instance here, subscribe for a free for a free car to a 5-year-old, to a 10-year-old. They're gonna believe that because they're stupid 10-year-olds, and I understand. Yes. So yeah, there's the kernel of truth, but then he blows it up to say that he's like only saying that. He's only saying that if you're a devout follower, you will get things if you support my brand, and the more you support my brand, the more stuff you're going to get. The reason why you're not winning is because you're not giving me enough. Like he's attributing this to like some sort of like freak cultish thing, and then he uses other examples, which because he's saying literally, if you do this, you will get that. But then he shows an example right here. Go try a new Festivals bar. You could win $10,000. The word "could" immediately like this example right here immediately disproves that the claim he makes is saying that like all instances of Mr. Beast telling his young fans to do something will guarantee a win. But then two of the examples, subscribe and you can be in one of my favorite videos. You can be. You could win. Okay? That's implying from a base perspective. Maybe I'm just being semantic here, but I feel like I need to be semantic here to show that like what he's saying isn't what Dogpack is claiming Mr. Beast is doing is not literally what he's doing, and he immediately shows examples.
Trust Mr. Beast, watch him help others, and
it's a false equivalency. Like to use, he's trying to say it's like Jesus. No, Jesus said, like Jesus makes claims that if you follow me, I will give you salvation and da 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 da. Like he makes like claims like that. Jesus actually makes claims like that. Mr. Beast does not make claims that Jesus makes. This is a stupid, dumb equivalency. It's a false equivalency, and Dogpack multiple times cries about his character assassination. But how is that not a character assassination? He's trying to attribute that Mr. Beast has some sort of like God complex, superiority complex, saying that he's like Jesus Christ. That if you just pay him, like the big church, the big bad churches, the big mega churches that just take your money. He's trying to say that he knows Mr. Beast's thoughts, like he's cut, like, you know what I mean? Like the confidence he has in his accusations here is like he had a conversation, like in a Marvel movie, with the supervillain who had Dogpack tied up, and it revealed his evil plan right before he got out of the situation. Now he's going to like foil Mr. Beast's plot, like that, and like maybe I'm completely off base here, but that's how it's coming off. Okay, and we're not even 5 minutes into the video.
And one day he'll help you too.
And it sounds like, so like for like now, if you, I'm stumbling over myself here because I'm getting a little bit like a more like intense. So I'm going to try to slow down. So it sounds like he, again, before maybe I said this, but it sounds like he's trying to poison the well to then pump your intuition so that like when he starts to extrapolate further into the video, you will just buy everything he's saying. That's kind of how it's coming off to me.
That's the formula. Subscribe for a Lamborghini, and to make you could be in one of these. Subscribe right now, and you might get pictures next week. You might get subscribe, and you might win a free car. Subscribe for a free car. I love all of subscribe, and you can come next time. I give you $100.
And this is like this to me comes off like this is getting to the point where I was like very, very triggered, we'll say. But like this is coming off very Gish Gallopy. This is like coming off as like overwhelmingly evident. This is overwhelmingly evidence to support everything I've just said previously, attributing malice to everything that Mr. Beast has done. But I don't think it does. Like, look at this. He said that if you give me your heart, your soul, all your money, you dedicate yourself, you become a devout, you know what I mean? Da, 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 da. That's kind of what he was implying. I'm not saying he's literally saying that, but that's how he's coming off. I mean, kind of, it's literally what he's saying. He's claiming that Mr. Beast is trying to get people to follow him in a cultish Jesus fashion so that by misleading them into making them think that they're going to get a higher return on investment for following Mr. Beast, and Mr. Beast is going to give them all, like he's a snake oil salesman. And he says he literally, like, if you subscribe, you will literally get something of value in return. But then, you know, so that's the claim he makes. Subscribe and I might. Subscribe and I'll invite you next. Subscribe right now or I will slap. Okay. Some of these do say the things that he's claiming, but most people should be able to see what is going on here from this example. He's not promising value in return. These are like, I mean, he kind of is. He's alluding to that, like, because it's his brand. I'm the guy who gives things away. So then to match the brand and to reinforce that brand to other people, you know what I mean? Like, so like what he's saying, there is a kernel of truth to it, but then he speculates, he blows it up to be an extremely malicious thing. But he's not, because look, if you subscribe, you could be in one of these videos one day, smiley face, which is true. I don't know. Like, you could be. It's like, have all the days gone by? He seems to only reward people who are like subscribed to his things to reinforce a. Okay, so that's the second part of the reason, the plan, or the part of the problem that I have with him is that like he's insinuating that they like he's trying to manipulate people, which technically he is trying to manipulate them with, like, that's why he's like pinning his own comments and putting the word subscribe in front of people, because it's every YouTuber does it. Maybe not him on this specific video. Like I didn't watch the whole video, so I don't know if he like. Every YouTuber says, if you like this video, please subscribe. You know, a call to action. How is this not just a call to action? How can it, like, yes, it's a little corny. They're corny jokes and stuff like that. But these are the types of things that stick with you more, that like stick in your brain more. So it leaves that action in your head to simply subscribe. Mr. Beast, like, he advertises his own products and gets you to go and wants you to buy stuff like that for him. But I don't understand how that means, like, that in and of itself, like up to this point, why is that, like, how, like, if he had started, I'm tripping over myself. If he had started with illegal lotteries and then used this as on the back end, I feel like it would be a lot more compelling. That like the argument that he's making here would be just like a lot more compelling if he started with the feastable loot boxes and the illegal lotteries. That would make this a lot more compelling, that it's a part of his psychology, but it's just maybe it's in the wrong position. So I'm trying to be fair here with Dogpack, but like, again, this is not, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. To me, you shouldn't have even really included this into your thesis, your takedown, your exposure of Mr. Beast. Like, when I watched this whole video or whatever, the things, you can call him out for being a fraud with the whole Mr. Beast thing or whatever. And I think, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Oh, right.
You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker. It's just a guy.
I remember when I first started seeing your videos, I was like, this shit's got to be fake.
Oh yeah, it's a
just
huge
so-
problem for us now. I actually have to dial back my content sometimes just so people think it's real. But also, if what
So there's that, but then there's the accusation that his videos are fake, and then the evidence he provides
we had to film was scripted,
is like it's I feel it's a very bad faith measurement.
you know, because what we do is not scripted, so you have to plan for a bunch of variables that you can't control. Blah blah. If what we did was scripted, holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever?
Yeah, right. So that is true. So what I feel is happening. Okay, I was sorry. I'm assuming that everybody's seen this video, the people who are watching this video, but whatever. I'm also talking to people who may not watch this controversy. So he's claiming, Mr. Beast claims that his videos are authentic, like real. Okay, that they're real videos. Okay, and now he's going to show evidence. Dogpack is going to show evidence Mr. Beast is not real. And the first thing he says that it's not real is that because Mr. Beast uses CGI in his videos. to enhance them, okay?
Train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI, this explosion is fake, this shredder is CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor, this island costs more than $1, this city is not abandoned, these buildings are CGI, but it's not your only way out. You can literally get an Uber to the airport for $20. That's not a lurker, it's just a guy. This whole
Okay, so this is my first attempt at this. I have a problem with this, but there's an example in my head that I might screw up on. Again, this is going to be a very unviewed video, but whatever. I'm going to give whatever. I want to make this video. I just want to make this. So he says that CGI makes these videos fake. Okay. So when somebody's telling a story about something you remembered and they kind of just like forget details or add a detail that may not have happened, it doesn't mean that the story they told isn't real. Okay. You don't need to be 100% definitive on every single detail for the gist to be real. Oh, that actually just did a lot better. So because he's CGIing to enhance the flavor of it, doesn't mean that the videos are not real, okay? So there is a line that can be, like, crossed, like, you know what I mean? Like, so, okay, like, to take this to its logical extreme, sort of, like, the fact that it is a rendering on the computer by his, by dogpack's evidence to show why Mr. Beast videos are not real, and part of that would be like CGI wheels. Let's just use the CGI wheels school bus example. If that is true, that means that no videos on the internet are real because they are just captured light fragments of something that happened in a reality outside, and they're from the past. Like, it is a copy of something that happened, so then therefore it's not real. You know what I mean? Because it's it's procedurally generated, or not procedure. I don't know what type of generation. It's generated by a computer to be the audio file and the video file. Like, that is essentially what he is saying. But I do, like, I'm trying to be fair here too. So, like, what he is saying is also somewhat true. If you use too much CGI, computer generated images, which technically all of this is a computer generated image, so sorry not to be like too pedantic about that shit. If you use too many enhancements to make yourself not real, or to make the video not real, yes, sure, yeah, like, so like if he like it CGI'd the train in its entirety, they didn't buy a train and it didn't crash into a pit, yes. But if they did like buy the train, let's say,
this explosion is fake, shredder CGI, this car is digitally lifted, this pit is fake, this guy is fake, this raccoon is a paid actor,
or whatever, you know, like the pit is fake because, like, let's say the pit was only like 12 feet deep instead of 100 feet deep, but they still crashed the train into a 12-foot deep pit. That's still a real video, though it was like enhanced. Okay, so then another way you could look at that too, why it is real, is because, like, let's imagine women in makeup. So, like, I know that and this is also a point of contention. This is also an argument to be made as well. Two-sided argument here. But if that's fake, that means women aren't beautiful if they put on makeup because they're enhancing features about themselves to make themselves more beautiful. So that's why I think that this is dishonest. And also here, like, this raccoon's a paid actor. Like, it's to me, like, I feel like a lot of this is a nothing burger, and it actually defeats him in this argument.
actor. This island costs more than $1. This city.
But again, okay. So I could nitpick the whole video, and that would be really fun. But, like, I am already half an hour into this video, and I feel like I haven't really gotten to any of the meat of the story of anything that's going on here. So just to re-summarize real quick, I feel like he has a negative bias against Mr. Beast, and he is blowing this out of proportion. So, okay, yeah. So the second video, I didn't watch this either, but this is kind of where I got kind of upset because as I was trying to build my ChatGPT conversation so I can get a summary of the whole thing, and then kind of like, because, you know, I'm not trying to like ask ChatGPT its opinion, but I like, because I'm not going to sit here, and the videos I put in here are like that one's 55 minutes long, this one is like 25 minutes long, this one's like, I put like 5 hour-and-a-half videos in there and stuff just to get ChatGPT up to speed. Can you summarize the controversy? Just so we have something. I misspelled controversy, but yeah, just so we have like an established Right, yeah. Okay, here we go. So like this is the transcript of the videos, and I just wanted to talk about the specifics because I didn't want to like build the documents myself or whatever, and I just like I didn't want to watch through a whole 90-minute video and then try to break it down like this, because as you can see, we're only 5 minutes and 43 seconds into this one, and this is a 33-minute video now. So like I just wanted to kind of like cover everything, but whatever. Next. Thing is, I don't even know if this is what I wanted to talk about here. Fuck. I messed up big time here. Aha. Okay. So, like, the things that matter here are that Mr. Beast ran illegal lotteries and gambling allegations. From what it shows, yes, dogpack is on the money. It seems that he did mess up. Okay, but the problem I have with the way dogpack provides this is that provides his information is that he did it on purpose and did it out of malice and did it to exploit people, which when you look at it from a perspective of like when did they go down, like how old is Mr. Beast right now? Age. He's 26, okay? And he's been making YouTube videos since he was like 13, I think. So, like, again, so my original premise is that he's a really good YouTube content creator, but a shitty business owner because of lack of experience. And from what I understand, Mr. Beast started Mr. Beast LLC and made it into a company with, dogpack says, with like 300 employees in 2020. And yeah, that's still on him to be responsible for his business, and he should eat shit for that. But I feel like this is blown out of proportion, and everybody's saying like this is career ending, and he's a horrible person, and he's doing all this on purpose and was hoping nobody would notice, which is kind of silly in my opinion, because that's not how life actually works. Like, there's no way you could ethically get to number one pretending to be somebody of this. Like, people have done it in the past, let's say, like Logan Paul, or I actually don't really know about YouTube culture that much to like really know that. There's people who have like pretended to be nice people, and then they get exposed pretty early on that they're actually pieces of shit, which then halts their growth. Like the way they grow becomes very different, like a lot more stagnated, and like because now it's no longer you've ruined your reputation as a nice guy. But Mr. Beast would not have gotten to 310 million subscribers. I'm asserting that there's 0% chance that he would have gotten to be the nicest guy on YouTube, the golden boy, if he now, especially operating a company with 300 employees and been in the number one speed for so long, there's no way he would have been able to do that if he wasn't on some level authentically a good guy or trying to be, okay? So that's why I'm saying before, dogpack is attributing malice and horribleness, that he's doing it only for like potential gains and stuff like that. But I'm alleging that he's just a stupid young guy, which, like, I'm not saying that offensively. I'm just saying, like, he has inexperience in business and he bit off too much that he could chew because he has this, like, grandiose goal to become the best YouTuber ever. And, you know, maybe, you know, like, when you get more power, there's more temptations to take shortcuts, you know what I mean? So, like, by scaling up and getting a corporate business, maybe he's hired. Like, okay, so we can get into that. But that ties into the like the sex offender guy and stuff like that. Which is again, like he knew about it, so he's an evil guy. To me, it sounds like no, he's just kind of stupid for letting that fucking go, because he also released somebody leaked a document of his that he made. He was for a book he was going to work on, where he said don't do anything to jeopardize PR. And like, right, so. Illegal lotteries and gambling allegations. I do think that this is something that was good that was brought up, or not necessarily good, but like I think good in the fact that like if he's deleting it and like Mr. Beast's team like understands that they broke the law and it is a legal lottery, it's good that it was brought up to hold him accountable. And if it is reported to the FTC, their business to be held accountable so that they don't do that again. But it's not like I don't think it's a good enough thing. Like, because if he was doing this, I guess with the Feastables loot box and stuff like that, again, it's good that he's held accountable because then he can polish the systems in place so that they that's what the regulatory bodies are for, is to protect consumers and stuff like that. I mean, among other things, but one of the functions of these regulatory bodies is to protect people. So that's good. That's good. You know what I mean? If he's got to pay a fine, pay stuff back, like they have more than enough money in their company, I'm sure, to handle that kind of punishment. And punishing people is good. Like, you know what I mean? Being held accountable for things you have done. Like, I've been punished, and I finally grew up after enough time, and it was only good for me in the long run. And it was good for everybody around me that I finally woke up and I needed to be disciplined and more employable and da-da-da-da-da. Like, it's only good for that type of thing to happen. So that's why I'm saying it's good that these allegations did come out, because it's an opportunity for Mr. Beast to polish his business up. Similar thing happened to Walmart and Amazon, and I mean, I won't speak about Amazon too much, but I know more a lot about Walmart. So back in early 2000s, about 2005, they were sued tremendously, a lot, for a lot of things that they were doing wrong, because when they started to scale up the business, they ran into a lot of problems, and because they weren't being handled in-house, self-regulatory, a bigger body needed to step in and hold them accountable through these lawsuits. And now Walmart, they are they're no angel child, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the people that are in charge there, I'm sure, would love to exploit people. But the company is much better, because I worked for Walmart for I don't even know how many years, and I remember Walmart and talking to people about Walmart, that it used to be a lot crappier of a company. It's a lot better for workers today because of those regulatory bodies. So it's only good, is what I'm saying. That's good. But it's blown out of proportion to show that Mr. Beast is just the same as these corporate entities and evil, and just evil, and everybody's evil. If you have money, you're evil. And it's just to me, it's a lot of clout farming, a lot of hype building, a lot of just leech behavior of just talking crap. And I'm not saying even necessarily dogpack, because yeah, sure. I mean, it's dramatized, cinematic, very biased looking content to me, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what it is. But there is a lot of other channels out there who have only been making Mr. Beast's career is destroyed, when there is zero chance that this destroys his career. And if I'm wrong, whatever, who cares? I'm just some guy with 89 subscribers. But anyway, whatever. So this is good. This is what I think is the most weight in the Mr. Beast allegations and where he messed up. But again, mistake, not evil malice. Exploitation of child psychology. Mr. Beast is accused of exploiting child psychology by creating a trusted brand that encourages children to buy products or engage in activities that benefit his brand. So, this is what I was saying before. The only way this allegation holds any water is if you poison the well, because before, you would need some substantial evidence from words coming out of Mr. Beast's mouth to prove this is an exploitation of child psychology. Because my other argumentation here of why this isn't true is because I can say this is happening, but what business isn't trying to exploit here is the subjective term, but knowledge of psychology and how human behavior works isn't necessarily an exploitation of them. It's to persuade, try to convince, using marketing tactics and stuff like that to get you to look at their brand. This is basic marketing that all companies do on some level. And on some level, Dogpack and other YouTubers are exploiting psychology to get you to click the video and to watch the video. You know what I mean? They're using a lot of psychology, in the beginning of the video here.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Well, of course. If you could post something and everyone in the world would watch it, you'd be the most.
It's been 5 seconds, and we have a cinematic track. We have the Benjamin symbolism. We have the music, the broodingness of it, and then the conversation, the snippet of Mr. Beast's conversation with some other interviewer about something. These are all psychological ploys to try to persuade us of something. So then, on one hand, if you're going to say that he's exploiting children, and then in the very same video you're accusing him of doing the same thing you're doing, how is this now a problem because he's doing it if it's not a problem that you're doing it? You know what I mean? It's because it's children. I mean, trying to get kids to hit the subscribe button, I feel isn't that big of a deal morally. in and of itself. But like the buying products or engaged in activities that benefit his brand. So that's what I'm saying again, ties to the kernel of truth and then blowing it up out of proportion and speculating a bunch of other malicious behavior. Like it's a pattern that happens in this entire dramatic thing. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's just my take again. Like, I'm not doing a very good job. I feel like if I did script this and spend a couple weeks doing this instead of just jerking off into the camera, figuratively, Jesus, why did I say that? But anyway, just like one-shotting it into the camera, whatever. This video suggests that Mr. Beast's content is designed to build trust with young viewers, making them more likely to participate in his giveaways and buy his products, which, yes, all businesses want to try to convince you to buy their products because they need money to operate. And, like, again, all businesses do it. I'm not saying it's like, I'm not making the argument that, like, back in the day that all slaves were owned, so it was okay for some people to own slaves because everybody's doing it. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, these are, like, regulated business practices that everybody does. So on some level, it is morally acceptable. So why is it, I mean, like, Lego tries to get kids or parents to buy Legos for their kids, and they charge a crazy amount of money for little pieces of plastic blocks because of a brand, not necessarily because the blocks are worth that much. Like, there's so much psychology exploitation being targeted at minors to get them to harass their parents to buy the product for them, like toys and V-Bucks from Fortnite and all this other stuff. So, I mean, like, I'm sure, like, on some level that most people would be like, yeah, that's a problem too, and that's why we're trying to call out Mr. Beast. It's like, well, then, I mean, like, sure, fair enough, but, like, why are we so upset about this, but not, like, boycotting Fortnite or boycotting, like, all this other stuff? Like, why are you not, like, it's just, it seems silly. It seems silly that this is a part of the allegations that he's trying to exploit kids. Like, exploit them, not just trying to get money from them, which isn't inherently wrong. Like, we trade. Trading is a thing that happens, and kids are more than capable of spending money on chocolate. Like, I don't know. The use of phrases like "subscribe for a Lamborghini" is pointing out as manipulative, especially towards impressionable young audiences. Yes, okay, right. Like, this is what I was commenting on before, and this is, like, added weight that he's trying to exploit. But, like, he's trying to... I think I explained it. I think I made my point clear enough before, but just to kind of reiterate, it's a psychological trick to get you to... Not a trick, but it's like... I mean, it is, but it isn't. But it's like he's just trying to get you to subscribe to his channel. And he's doing it, trying to be creative, like, jokingly, but it's also on brand because he does give stuff away, and with a higher likelihood that you'll get something from Mr. Beast than, like, any lottery. Like, what's the chance of you winning the Wisconsin lottery or anything like that? The chances are so astronomically low of hitting a jackpot at a casino than it is to get money from Mr. Beast. Like, and I'm not saying that justifies gambling or anything like that, but simply, like, making these types of claims is a lot different, like, to subscribe, because he does give stuff to subscribers all the time. Like, it is not bad. And it's not a lottery, because, like, you're not paying. Like, this part isn't... If you're trying to exploit people to get, like, if you're trying to convince people to subscribe to your channel and all that, like, and using psychology and, like, tricks with, like, hooks and the fancy thumbnails and all this other stuff, and, you know, the way you talk, then everything on YouTube is wrong, because everybody's trying to get people to subscribe to their channel and to view their video. But, like, that isn't, it's not, I feel like it's not a big deal, and this is being made, this accusation and what it's, like, claiming, this is not good. This part of it. Like, if you're trying to say that he's trying to exploit them to get them, if he's trying to funnel kids into the candy bars to get to the gambling, that's bad. But that's the kernel of truth I'm talking about. And then, like, so that's 10% of the problem, which is the real problem. But the other 90% that he throws in there destroys everything else. Like, that's what I'm saying. Faking views and staging content. I didn't get to that part, but, like, the video implies many of Mr. Beast challenges are scripted and that the production team, rather than the fair process, chooses the winners. Yes, that's a heavy allegation and stuff like that, and that is, like, that's kind of crappy as a as a YouTuber to do that, but it doesn't mean that it's not real if he's like pushing the direction of a contest to make better content. It could still be real if he's influencing it, like giving a team a power up, paying somebody to leave, stuff like that, because he's trying to control. Because, like, yes, the contests need to be contests, but he's a YouTuber first, and he needs to make these videos entertaining for the viewer, because it's not about the contestants at the end of the day. It's about the viewer. He's making YouTube videos for the viewer. And, like, I don't know, like, look around you, man. Like, show me something that's not, like, edited, like, by the same measurement that you're measuring Mr. Beast content. Show me something that's not that, like, on some level. Because, like, with some interpretation, some, like, on any investigation of a lot of things, you can find that, like, most things are not as they appear for entertainment value. Okay? So, I mean, like, this, yes, discuss it out and, like, make the criticisms, but it does, again, it can be real, but I feel like they're mistakes. They're not malice. If this is true, 100% definitively, that he is scripting everything, that is like a heavy accusation, and that it would be malicious. But like the way that he builds these videos and stuff like that, he's getting to the line of real and but still entertaining. That it probably requires him to, like, and I'm speculating too. But since he is speculating, I can speculate too. I believe that it's just, if this on some level is happening, it is dumb mistakes, not malicious intent to fraudulent himself. Because, like, again, if he is a psychopath, if he's a sociopath, and he's thinking that he can get a one over, like he's such a genius that he's going to be able to pull one over on everyone, then he's got what's coming to him. But, like, most people aren't that, and he's probably not that either, because, like, there's way too many moving parts. And he's not good enough at this to hide it. I don't know. Like, it's just, to me, it comes off as bad mistakes, or or like whatever. But it's not. You still haven't brought enough evidence forward from everything I've seen to prove that Mr. Beast is a self-centered, self-righteous asshole, and not just somebody who's like young and naive and just makes stupid mistakes. Like, I'm gonna die on that hill. Cease and desist orders. Dawson, a former employee who brought these allegations to light, was served with cease and desist orders to silence him. Sure, he's in his right to do that. If he's got a lawyer team and he feels that you are being a big mean bully, it is within his right to send you cease and desists. And people speculating that he is this way or that way, he's trying to cover up, trying to silence. Like, that's not necessarily true. If I feel like somebody's defaming me and I had the means to tell them to shut the fuck up with lawyers, I would do the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, if you feel like he's unfairly criticizing you, like unfairly, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just criticism. It's like beyond that. It is well within your right to serve it. And if, like, it's not true, it won't hold up in court. So stop crying about it. You know what I mean? Like, Dogpack 404 doesn't come off to me as somebody who's like Batman, the hero. I feel like he is again, and I feel kind of bad judging him, but like, it's hard for me not to judge his character when he's judging Mr. Beast in such a, like, I feel an unfair negative light. Like, and the circumstances of how this is kind of unfolding kind of feels like that he's doing it out of revenge, spite, or opportunity, with some motivation also to like shed light on a problem. But like, he's doing it like, okay, so then, yeah, I'll grant you the same fairness I did for Mr. Beast, that you're just making mistakes on your own end and you just lack life experience to see that this isn't particularly probably the best way to go about this. And I feel like I won't speak for you because I'm not going to put words in your mouth, but if I was you doing this type of thing and got into the situation that I'm in, when I was like 10 years older or 20 years older, looking back on it, I would be ashamed of the way I went about it, because whether Mr. Beast is the evilest person in the world, sacrificing my character by acting nefariously myself, or like speaking out whatever in a way that was like immoral on my end, would make me feel very shameful, and I would regret that very much so. Regardless if I got a YouTube career from the opportunity, I would feel pretty shameful myself if I only got a career on YouTube tearing someone else down. which is kind of what I'm doing with this video. But I mean, like, I'm trying to play a fair game here. I'm just trying to, like, this isn't even necessarily a 52-minute commentary rant about Dawson or Dogpack specifically. It's like the entire situation of the Mr. Beast allegations themselves and like what it's turning into. I feel like 90% of it is a nothing burger, and like the way that people are saying that this is career ending to Mr. Beast is completely dumb. It is so dumb and like opportunistic. I don't even like that word. They're just, I don't know, whatever. It just feels like that a lot of people are just trying to get a bunch of money from this controversy because it is the hot buzz right now. And I know that's the nature of the internet. But anyway, cease and desist orders. This is a nothing burger. Whatever. I've seen a lot of comments, people saying like, this proves that he did it because he sent a cease and desist order. This proves that he's a horrible person. Which, like, most of the people who are making commentary on this, and I'm probably one of them, shouldn't even be voicing an opinion because most of it sounds dumb. But at least I'm trying to be reasonable about it. Or, God, I'm trying not to be all high and mighty, but whatever. Whatever. I said it, what I said. Physical injuries and operational mismanagement. The video mentioned claims that Mr. Beast's large-scale operations have led to physical injuries and that the team is not equipped to manage such massive production. Fair enough. This is one of those things, I'm glad we got to this, where you can make criticisms. Like, if this is true, and he, like, the second video, the sociopath one? Is this the sociopath? They, like, again, this starts off very, like, dramatic and, like, psychologically exploitative.
I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it.
And they're like, yeah, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like this is shameful to, like, skit and mock people. I don't know, but that's just me personally.
Hey, what the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
What we do here is go back.
I was gonna be somebody.
Anyway, yeah. So then they talk about, like, this guy being mistreated or something like that with the whole challenge video and stuff like that. But from what I've talked about this way too long. But anyway, sorry. I'll just keep. I'm this far and I might as well finish it. Like, they talk about how, like, they broke the Geneva Convention and whatever, and everybody was mean to this guy, and he suffered some sort of trauma from the lights or whatever and stuff like that. I'm not trying to downplay what happened to him or anything like that. If bad things happen to this guy, I'm sorry I violated the Geneva Conventions, whatever. Everybody's having a big LOL down here. Don't do Twitch because you might be famous and leave as a telltale sign of insecurity. Whatever. If sorry, one second. I'm just trying to compose myself here. I was just reading the contents and that just distracted me. But yeah, if this, like, if he mismanaged things, that sucks, right? And Mr. Beast should be held accountable for that. But again, the whole maliceness of attributing it to malice, again, I think is the wrong take again, because he's been a YouTuber for who knows how long. 2020, he forms an LLC so that he can scale up his operations by hiring more people and making it more professional. But still, new business owner. I don't know anything about the CEO, so I'm just kind of like from a layman's spitballing speculative point of view here, but just trying to, from the other side. This sounds like a mistake. This sounds like mistakes were made, and people make mistakes. And if that, like, if that's enough to like ruin somebody's life or career or destroy, like, they are not allowed to be a YouTuber anymore, or not allowed to do anything ever again, and they, you know, that sin is too great that I think that's pretty stupid, because, like, if you took anybody's life and held it under the same scrutiny, every single one of us in America, especially Americans, should be held to the same, like, we would all be dealt the same punishment. It's just, we only care about, it seems like, this particular instance because Mr. Beast has a lot of money or has a lot more power and he's a lot more famous, so people want him. It's like people are, like, drooling to destroy him, and that's kind of how it's coming off to me. So they're a lot less sympathetic, because, like, in America, if somebody has more money than you, people are a lot less sympathetic towards them. And I'm not trying to, like, be a rich person dick rider, but I'm just saying that seems to be the case. But if you were to apply why that's dangerous and why we shouldn't do that is like we should be trying to be more forgiving as a people and try to like let things off the hook and try to be more fair to each other, because the reason why you want to do that is because if the guns are pointed at you, you would like people to be fair to you as well. So then therefore we should try to be fair to everybody regardless of who they are. And I feel like this entire controversy, Mr. Beast is not getting any of that. Everybody's just holding literally a blowtorch to his foot, and they're trying to cook him alive. They're applauding his downfall because they just don't like him because of whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's hundreds of millions of people associated with this. So I'm not going to sit here and try to like cause a judgment upon all of them. The culture seems to be that we want to destroy everyone for making mistakes. So then, right. So if he mismanaged, whatever, report it to the authorities, get regulated, fix it for, you know what I mean? Allow him to pay his fines, pay his homages, move forward, because like allow him to go back to making entertaining videos and just not mismanaging people. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. Like if he was doing this out of malice and just like consistently mismanaging people, like he would not have gotten to number one. He would not have gotten there. And I would die on that hill. Like 310 million subscribers, and he's just secretly a douche. Like, I mean, okay, so he probably is a douche on some level because he's running this huge operation, and there's a lot of stress on him at all the times, and he's obsessed with this, and this is his whatever. But I'm just saying, he is not evil. Maybe he's overworked, maybe he's tired, maybe he's messing up. There's a lot of other things that are going on here that are not psychopathy, not sociopathic behavior, not immoral behavior. It's just like inexperienced, young dumbness that I think, again, yeah, like my entire video could just be me saying that over and over again. But yeah, now we get to the controversies related to Chris Tyson. And Chris, from what I understand, he has fired and he has launched an investigation. He said he hired a third-party investigator or investigators, and they're going to investigate it on their own behalf or whatever. You know, everybody says like, oh, it's investigating yourself. But whatever, you know what I mean? Like, he is attempting, you know, he fired him publicly or whatever and distanced himself to a, like, whatever. And that was, you know, what you're supposed to do. And the thing about the whole lolly stuff and whatever, and the kid texting on whatever, like, the Shadman fanship, whatever, all that stuff is super sketchy. And maybe Mr. B should have known about that, but, like, doesn't everybody have friends that they, like, are kind of sure they're up to, like, kind of messed up stuff, but because they're friends or they're close to them, they just kind of like try to ignore it and just like not really pay attention to it, especially when you're like focused on something else. But when it's brought to your attention, you got to do something about it. But like again, this again goes back to just being young and dumb and not wanting to fucking sell your friends out just because of some rumors or something like that. And you're not going to go investigating it, because if you trust someone, you trust them. You know what I mean? That's what trust is. And because he trusted somebody who wasn't worthy of trust, it bit him in the ass a little bit. But I don't think that like it's him, like, I'm evil, so I'm covering up. It's not, Mr. Beast is not Jeffrey Epstein, because he fired the guy too. You know what I mean? Like, it was brought to his attention. He immediately fired the guy. Bada bing, bada boom. It's over. But the whole, I guess, like, the whole hiring people of on the sex registry list, that has a little bit more weight. Because, you know, whatever reason, but like from one of the interviews I saw is that the guy, Delaware or whatever, had a conversation with him and his mom and explained the situation. So the guy convinced Jimmy and his mom, or maybe they did some sort of investigation. There's a lot unsaid there to like, because he knew that he was on the sex registry list or something like that, doesn't mean that he was like, I am hiring pedophiles to put in front of kids because I'm Jeffrey Epstein. Like, maybe the guy made a compelling story and provided some sort of evidence which convinced Jimmy and his mom, who aren't FBI detectives, and then maybe they should have did something. But everything, hindsight is 20/20. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they should have did things better, but they ended up firing the people anyway, or something along the lines of that. Maybe I'm wrong there. So if I'm wrong there, that's wrong too. But like, whatever. Still, eventually they got there. But that still goes to my main case that he's just dumb. But it's not malice. You can be dumb and make mistakes, and still good things can come out of you, because you need to go through those experiences to become experienced correct the mistakes, and then become a better person moving forward. And that is the trial that every single person on earth goes through every single day. And if we were to be judged by all of our mistakes without the ability to correct them or like atone for them, all of us would be murdered, killed, or not murdered, sorry. All of us would be judged to death. I mean, like, that's, again, it's like Christian ideology, but I'm trying to make it in a secular point of view. But like, if you technically had, like, I think it's a Destiny again. He said, I wish I had a way to form mass measurements of people's moral decisions every single day. So like, and I when he said that, I was like, oh my God, he gets it, because he's a secular too. But like, if there was a way to track every single thought you had, every single action you made every single day, it wouldn't take too long before you belonged in prison too. The only reason why all of us are not in prison, in my opinion, are because there's no way for us to feasibly police everybody that much and enact punishment and enact the infrastructure to put us all in jail. So you only put people in prison who are the highest risk of actually causing, like, if you actually go out and murder somebody, then you go to jail. If you actually go out and steal people's cars, then you go to jail. If you actually go out and burglarize people, you go to jail. But like, you could make an argument that like all of our thoughts are pre-crimes and all of our actions, the way we act and stuff like that, we wish we could do those things. We just don't have the means to do it. So then, I mean, like, that's the type of culture that we are promoting when we're going after Mr. Beast, by assuming that malice here, instead of just allowing him to make mistakes and holding him accountable, of course. I'm not saying not hold him accountable, but allow him an opportunity to fix his mistakes. But everybody's running to say his career is over. It's over. He's exposed. He's done. He's evil. He's Jeffrey Epstein. Screw this guy. That's not the case. But anyway. Right. So again, to summarize this one, controversies related to Chris Tyson. All mistakes. Again, I just think they're all mistakes. And I think to extrapolate, and if we're going to speculate the bad way, I can very much so speculate the good way too. Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, mistake. At worst, he did it on purpose, and he should be held accountable for that shit. But until that evidence comes out, like, you know what I'm saying? It is innocent until proven guilty. Optically, that may sound bad saying, because the Court of Public Appeal today, if the mob wants you, you're getting socially lynched. And that's kind of how it's looking for Mr. Beast right now. So anybody who takes that position is also asking to be put on the gallows. But I'm whatever. Personally, probably nobody's ever going to watch this, so this is just fun in some way. But anyway, fake charity acts. Allegation: Mr. Beast is accused of fake charity acts, such as cleaning up beaches for content while actually contributing to littering. I didn't really dig into this one too much, but whatever then. You know what I mean? He's a douche. We get it. He's a douche. Such as allegedly putting trash on the beach before cleaning it up on camera. If that's true, that's funny. Oh my God, based. But anyway, the philanthropy side, I think that, again, my first piece of my first argumentation, that is like, there's zero chance that he would have gone this long without somebody saying something before this. There's no chance that he would have made it to number one, faking a majority of his charity. And that is just kind of my take there. That one is probably one of the biggest holes I left for myself here, but whatever. Unethical business practices. Mr. Beast's business practices, particularly around his merchandise. Oh, wait, sorry. And I just want to say one more thing. The fake charity acts, yeah, he's doing it as a promotional tool, but who does it? It doesn't mean he's a bad person because he wants everybody to know that he does charity and stuff like that. There's multiple reasons that are good for you to do public charity for people. I mean, I saw a commenter, and that was one of the things that I had to shut my brain down, that they're saying, like, Matthew 6, that like people who do charity, you should do it in secret, and those who brag about it have already gotten a reward, which is true. It's biblically accurate that Mr. Beast you could argue that Mr. Beast is trying to farm clout from philanthropy, but also one of the things I think is good about it, and what you can do, and I've done it for another YouTube channel where I play RuneScape or whatever, and I give money away, or I'm telling people, is I'm trying to encourage other people to give money away. I've mentioned it a few times in videos too, that when you give, you usually get more. And I'm trying to preach that to people, so that I'm trying to encourage more people to give more away, so that we all become more giving. And it's kind of like to try to influence the culture to be more positive. I'm not trying to necessarily I understand as a side effect, it makes me look good that I'm charitable and stuff like that. So I get that that's a fine line to walk, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? That's a mistake I'm going to have to own if that is the wrong way to go about it. And I feel like that's a lot of what's going on here with Mr. Beast as well. And again, I feel like people are being unfair. Unethical business practices. Mr. Beast's business practices, in particular around his merchandise and promotional activities, are called in questions. There are claims Mr. Beast misled his audience about the authenticity of signed merchandise and the fairness of these giveaways. That I cannot really argue against. But again, I mean, yes, I can. From what he showed in the live streams when they were doing the live streams for the illegal lotteries. Let's see if I can just get to him quick. I just kind of want to show.
Then he covered the value of the product. I think this is fraud. Maybe they could say it's the brand. Mr. Beast said during.
He even says it's the brand. You can sign it, and you can say that if he's going to try to like if Mr. Beast is going to. So he. Sorry, I didn't mean to skate over that. But I'm trying to represent what he's saying here. Just like it. So he's trying to claim, or he is claiming that they may say that anybody can sign MB because it is Mr. Beast's company, not Mr. Beast himself. But that would be extremely shady to make that argument with good faith. Or you couldn't argue that in good faith from Mr. Beast's point of view, because we all know that when somebody's buying this shirt and they want MB, they're not buying Mr. Beast's brand, they're buying Mr. Beast's name himself. It'd be like, Michael Jordan being Michael Jordan LLC, and you're like, hey, Michael, you call Michael Jordan up on the phone, he answers the phone, they're like, hey, Michael Jordan, can I pay you $10 million for a signature jersey? And Michael Jordan says, yeah, bro, I will personally sign it myself. It will be me signing it. It's on the way. Thanks for buying my signature. And then you hang up, and then he just goes, okay, and throws it to his secretary. He's like, you didn't sign it. He's like, well, it's the brand. Yeah. So, like, if Mr. Beast tried to make that argument, that would be a bad argument to make. But again, you can just say, I fucked up. We kind of did what I wanted to show here when I was coming back to this.
His hands together. Something like these 4 water paper.
In the next 30 minutes, we'll just fly you down to be in a video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased.
I don't know if I'll be able to find it fast.
Number, like, if there's 1,000 orders, we just put it, picks a number between 1 and 1,000, and then my people give me the name.
October 16th. Just necessary. Mystery
of the people.
I don't think I'll be able to find it.
Yeah.
But essentially, like, you watch him during the stream. Like, I watched this part. And during the stream, what I got from, again, which formed my main argument for this entire video, is that he didn't look like he knew what he was doing. And when are these, when was the Mr. Beast giveaway streams? Fuck. I don't know. But okay. But maybe like he's only what? How old is he? I forgot how old he is. 26? 26? I don't know, man. Like, if it was a couple years ago, he was only 24. You know what I mean? I don't know too many 24. When I was 24, I was pretty fucking stupid. I'm 31 now, and I'm still pretty fucking stupid. So like, we're pretty stupid. People are pretty stupid, is what I'm saying. And from what I watched, these giveaways or whatever, he seemed like he didn't know what the hell he was really doing. He was kind of just like in this video, he's just shooting from the hip. He was just shooting from the hip. Maybe they loosely put together a plan for the stream or something like that, to sell the merch or boost it up. Like it kind of seemed last second and just kind of thrown out there. Like he was like, in one of the clips, he was like looking over to his producer and they were like, oh my God, I'm losing so much money or something like that. The dogpack goes into that. Goes over the money or something from the merch. Is it in this? I don't know where it is. Again. Whatever. He goes over the merch sales, whatever. When he was claiming that he was like losing money, there's no way he could have been losing money because he knew every time he said that he was getting more money and stuff like that. Yeah, it's marketing, whatever. But like, hard for me to understand that he would go, guys, I found out a secret plan. If we just do illegal lotteries, why don't we just do what the casinos do? And then somebody in his team's like, bro, that's illegal. And he's like, I don't care. Nobody will catch us as the #1 YouTuber in the world. Like, that seems silly. It seems silly. And, like, again, even if he did think that, it's still evidence to say that he's stupid. I mean, like, which is what probably everybody's saying anyway. But I think he's stupid, ignorant, and didn't probably realize, because there was this guy, Captain Sparkles, who was going over the Mr. Beast allegations as well. And he did illegal giveaways. And he says that a lot of YouTubers do illegal giveaways. They don't understand that they're doing it because a lot of people don't understand the law. Because normally when you don't, unless you're a lawyer or have a lot of interactions with the law, you don't tend to know a lot about it. Whatever. I mean, that's a speculation too. A lot of this is speculation. I just want to speculate but like from the stream especially too, you can kind of see on Mr. Beast's face, if you look at it with like a objective point of view, that he's just a young, dumb idiot and he made mistakes. But like they haven't done, from what I understand from this making of the video, they haven't done an illegal giveaway ever since. I mean, like he makes the accusations about the giveaways in the Feastables thing, but again, then that would point back to my also my argumentation that like he is the face of the company, he is not operating the business, so then he is kind of stupid for hiring somebody in Feastables to run that type of a campaign. But it is just as feasible that he doesn't know anything about it on the level he should, like the legality of it or something like that. He, like, you know what I mean? When you start a company, you hire people to make those decisions for you, like an HR department to handle human resources, to deal with complaints. Like Mr. Beast is no longer handling complaints himself. He's no longer running teams himself, because that's why he hires managers, creative. He doesn't budget the money himself anymore because he hired a budgeting team, etc., etc. Even editing and stuff like that. Like when I watched a leaked document video, Mr. Beast leaked document. Hopefully I can make this come up fast. I don't think I can. But it goes over whatever. There's like this. Or is this? No, it ain't this. There's a document where it's this thing. How to succeed at Mr. Beast production. And in that document, he goes over specifically about like when somebody comes and asks him a question about a video, they need to give him context, because he said, if you don't tell me about what's in that video, there's a good chance that I don't know what's in that video. So then therefore that like is evidence. Like he wrote that down in a document that he didn't like, it was in, you know what I mean? Like his words are showing his own ignorance of what's happening in his own company. But again, that's not intentional malice. That's not evidence for intentional malice. That's evidence for ignorant mistakes, and that he needs to grow up and become a better leader. And yes, all these allegations, they are potentially career ending. So I think that's it. Let me see if I missed anything. Financial mismanagement of contest winners. If that's true, call him out. Then he can fix it or not fix it, and then it'll hurt or repairs it, whatever. This again, financial mismanagement of contest winners, exploitation of employees. Okay. This I have to address. So let's just do this real quick. So in a podcast, I remember watching Mr. Beast talk to, maybe it was Joe Rogan or something like that. You can go find it yourself if you're really interested. I remember hearing the contestants aren't random people off the street anymore, because he had talked about that. It was one of the problems of his videos, that he used to just get random people and he would give them like $10,000 or $100,000 or a Lamborghini or something. They give them something crazy and they just do this. So if that's the case, then it makes sense that he doesn't want to use random people off the street anymore. But he said in the video that he hires a casting team. He has a casting team that finds contestants that are good for the camera. So sure, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean it's not real. You know what I mean? Like that goes back to that first thing I was talking about with like the CGI and stuff, or the makeup and stuff like that. Like you can have a casting team. It's the same thing because if you said that's not real, then Survivor's not real. Okay, because like Survivor's uses as an example that like Survivor doesn't write, but Survivor's been around for like 20 years. So Survivor had made a bunch of mistakes. Like people died on Survivor. Like some people got severely injured on Survivor, and they had to make changes. They had to change the limit of a contestant or challenges. They had to put limiters on the challenges because there's this one challenge that they did for over 24 hours straight. So they're like, that's not good TV. That's not safe. Stuff like that. You have to adapt and learn from your mistakes. But like the problem I'm having with all these accusations and stuff like that is they're not allowing Mr. Beast to learn and grow from his mistakes. People just want him dead, more or less, socially dead or literally dead. I'm sure there's a lot of people in both those camps. But yeah, it's still real if a casting team is doing that. But anyway, yeah. So the financial mismanagement with contest winners. This is, again, if this happened, mismanagement, you know what I mean? You can't put everything on him. You can. It is his responsibility ultimately because it's his company. But again, these aren't career ending. This is kind of silly. I feel like a lot of this drama is nothing. And especially since I talked about it for almost an hour and 20 minutes, it's a lot of nothing. But yeah, I think that covers mostly everything I want to talk about. Manipulation and scripting. Okay, scripting doesn't mean your video is not real. Legal lottery, sure, yeah. I think I covered everything. But yeah, that's it. See ya. Nobody's gonna watch this. But now I can tell my brain this video has been made and I can just let it go. See you later, everybody.